seems to be pixeled at the beginning. So let's stall. All right, what it is, you guys? It is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to bleed. Y'all know that big old breath means I'm holding my breath for justice, because you do. You got to hold your breath for justice. And I've been holding it for a while, child. I want to breathe, right? All right. So, anyways, this is Project Reach the World, Queen Latifah. Y'all know I have the other story of Queen Latifah. If I can find it, I will link that in the description box. The first time that I was to meet Queen Latifah and get her a Project Reach the World, that was a while ago. That was in 2009, girl. It's been that long. That concert, that artwork that I made her was so beautiful, so nice. But the concert was canceled, like just a little bit after the tickets went on sale for the concert. So since 2009, that's 15 years before Queen Latifah returned back to Orlando. So she didn't even come that time. So before another Queen Latifah concert was ever mentioned in Orlando, because I keep my ear to the street trying to find out who. I used to be better about it when back in the day, because I stayed on the radio station's websites, like looking for what concerts were coming, what programs were coming, what anything, community events, didn't matter. I actually started doing that since what, 05, 06. I used to be on Craigslist seeing what they had. And that's how we went to the audition, shoddy audition for Plies. When Plies came to record his video, that's where he had his ad on Craigslist, that he was looking for people. But yeah, so I would always keep my ear to the streets about what was going on. So yeah, I ain't heard about no other Queen Latifah concerts since then, except for when they announced Mardi Gras. Now, usually I'm like, they usually have some of the same people for Mardi Gras that they'll have. I know a lot of the good ones. Sean Paul, I think they had him a couple times. Pitbull, they may have had a couple times. This was new. They had DJ Khaled, but I couldn't go to DJ Khaled because that was the same night of the Monster Jam. And you know, I have to go to Monster Jam. That's the event that our family loves to go to each year. So there was a conflict there. One year they only had them one time, Nelly and the Lunatics. I used to love me some Murphy Lee, girl. They had them one time, and it was raining. That was the one when it was in the rain. They had B.O.B. They had not Kendrick Lamar. What's the other one? Not Kendrick Lamar. What is his name? J. Cole. They had J. Cole a couple of times. So I'm like, oh, it probably ain't gonna be no big artist that, that I have to really worry about. Now, they did have Diana Ross. I missed that one because usually that whatever the first concert, I usually miss it because I don't ask for the time off from work, because I have to work on the weekends and it ends up too late to ask for the time off from work. So last time they had Diana Ross, which she was coming in 2020, but because of the shutdown of 2020, that was canceled. So she returned back last year. So 2023, she ended up fulfilling that Mardi Gras. So I'm like, girl, it ain't gonna be nobody that I'm just gonna go crazy about. When I looked at that list of who they had coming, I see DJ Khaled, and then I see Queen Latifah. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to go. I have got to go. I knew Queen Latifah. Are you freaking kidding me? Queen Latifah is a female rapper. Y'all know I was a female rapper. I also was trying to be on the political tip. I was using my music. Really, that's the whole first part of Project Reach the World. Hold on one second. Trying to sit a way that I don't have to. This hand is going to hit. I guess I overworked my hand this weekend, but this hand is just numb. So I'm trying to adjust myself. But I was trying to be a political rapper. My first songs that I made were I really wanted to only make one song. Wrote one song because I was a spoken word poet, but I know they don't play poetry on the TV, on the radio, none of that. Like poetry, and it's hard to find a good poetry night in Florida where I'm at, Orlando, Florida. Back then they may have had one, but it started to die off, right? Okay, so I was like, poetry, I've been told many times that poetry is close to rap. So why don't you just rap? And the rap music could actually, they do play hip hop music on the radio. So my idea was, yes, let me make one song, get it on local radio, and it would help get the attention to my husband's case in Orlando. If you are, I've seen indie artists get their songs on the radio. Trill, they're Treal. Back in the day, they big now. Well, they're not even really together like that, but they all broke apart and do other production and other projects and stuff like that. But they were an indie group that started here in Orlando, Florida, in the hood parts, um, and they were actually successful. Got the song on the radio, and their career flourished from there. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't need to be a big artist. I just wanted to get to that level where the song could break and it would generate, because anywhere Trill went in Orlando, people knew them. People knew, of them and stuff. So I was thinking that was the route that I wanted to take. So I made this song called My Baby Daddy. It was like, it go, things are going badly. They locked up my baby daddy. He was rolling in his caddy. All of a sudden, blue lights flashing, sirens sound. Now they land him on the ground. Told him, don't you make a sound. No, we pow right now. Now they slapping on their handcuffs. Told him stand up. He told them I ain't do nothing. They told him it was too tough. Now he's sitting in a holding cell and he got some time to kill. He thinking, what the is this? This is just a my lawyer, he gonna handle it. Call him, he gonna do the rest. But it's too bad he had a public defender, a prison deliverer. Took his felony case to trial. Now he sitting back wondering how he didn't get acquitted. They had no prints, no evidence. Now they done wait. How, sometimes it's hard for me to remember my old lyrics. Wait. Now they done sentenced him to natural life, but he ain't the only one doing the time. Me and his daughter left trying to survive. And I think it went on, but I can't remember. I can't remember, girl. But that one song, that was it. I wanted that one song to get on the radio, and that was it. To break the story, get my husband home, and move on with life. Like, really? I never planned on writing another song, none of that. But it ended up that I did write more songs. So I wrote this one called I knew I wanted to stay on topics that really concern our community. So I made one called Single Mother by Force Not Choice, which had to do with my situation. I ended up a single mother overnight, right? All my single mothers out there by force, not choice. Hey, know that you can make it, but the choice is yours if you never give up. Never throw in the towel. Just keep your head up. You'll make it out somehow. Things get rough and you're feeling all alone. And no, it's not fair to make that baby on your own. But whoever told you that life will be fair? And whoever said your baby daddy will stay there? Her 35% hard locked in jail. Her 35% don't even give a damn. That only leaves 30% true pop. So them 30%, I must give them props. See, some mamas got to work 2 jobs, they never home. Some mamas got to slip, they gotta slide down that pole. But they do what they gotta do to take care of they seed. Cause nothing in this life is a guarantee. Yeah, things get rough, but they ain't impossible. For answers that you need, you're gonna search deep inside of you. You gotta, dang, I messed up. I messed up before that, but I tried to keep going. Some mamas got to slip, got to slide down that pole, but they do what they gotta do to take care of their seed. Cause nothing in this life is a guarantee. Yeah, things get rough, but they ain't impossible. For answers that you need, you gotta search deep inside of you. You gonna have to find some way to make it through. Cause them kids got no one else. They depending on you. Two of my single mothers out there by force, not choice. Hey, know that you can make it, but the choice is yours if you never give up. Never throw in the towel. Just keep your head up. You make it out somehow. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. And then I had that. I'm in love with a thug. Now I did that to Nas's one mic. All I need is one mic. You know how he came out calm and then he would get hype. I did it to that. That was for a mixtape. So it was, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Her loving the thug ain't easy, but I got to take it easy. I know one day he'll get a street life up. But till then, I got to show him love. He tying the do rag on his head. He lacing them Timbo shoelaces. He's leaving out the door. I'm wondering if he's coming back home. Now ain't no point in trying to get him not to go, cause he's leaving anyway it go. He got to make that dough, or else we'll have no place to call home. Now I ain't saying what he doing ain't wrong, but he's got to take care of his own. It's the only life that he's known. So can I really blame him for it? See, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. Hey, I'm in love with a thug, in love with a thug. So that was the type of music I was basically making. Real life situations and just speaking about them, telling the flip side, not just the detrimental side of what it is, and the stereotypical side, showing the backdrop of it. Why, sometimes people end up in that street life, but why they're there. Why did they end up in the street life and why are they doing it? And then, like the single mother, trying to show all white walks of life. A lot of people look down on, talk about single mothers, but don't know what the single mother really goes through. And then the first one, my baby daddy, just talking about getting arrested. Like, what the heck? Like, how this happened? Thinking that the court system is fair and going through it and realizing that, oh, it ain't so fair, but it's too late, too little, too late. So that's what I wanted to be on, and that's what Queen Latifah was about on political topics like that, like UNITY and stuff, like calling women. Don't call me no B. Don't call me this. Call me that. Call me a woman. Call me by my name or whatever. Have respect for me. And she had a lot of them. Like it, that was her stance, to be on something. My mother always used to say, which I'm sure a lot of mothers said because it was cliche, stand for something or fall for anything. And my mama also used to tell me, use your head for more than a hat rack. Now, I don't know where mama got that one from, but she always used to say that. Use your head for more than a hat rack. And I don't even wear hats like that, girl, but she used to love to tell me that. But I wanted to use my music in that way. So that's what I started doing. But later people was like, nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that, which was a lie. That was a lie from the pits of jail. They only said that because they want to push a certain narrative. You'll always get told that positive music does not sell, which is not true. If it was put out there, it would sell. It's that they don't want to put the product of positive music out there. So that's why positive MCs don't sell or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta do some little fun stuff, and then that's when they was like, you gotta come up off of that heavy deep stuff. People trying to be in the club, they trying to have fun and this and that. So I made this one song with my cousin, and during that time they had that snap music, like that tat 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 it up, tat it up, tat tat. I wrote to that too. I packed your stuff. I done packed your stuff. I packed your stuff. So get to stepping, bro. I packed your stuff. So come and get your stuff. Hey, I done packed your stuff. So come and get your stuff. Hey, I done packed your stuff. So come and get your stuff. Hey, come and get your stuff and get to stepping, bruh. Pack your stuff. I done packed your stuff. And then what was the other one? It was oh girl, say that laugh at tapping, that laugh at tapping, that laugh at tapping. Everybody had that snap sound. So I wrote a song within that same kind of, it was with me and my cousins. We called ourselves Cousins in Crime. So we were chasing down a so deaf tour bus and met this little guy, and he was like, get us a demo. He was like, we ain't got no real demo like that. Like I had my little demo, but it was all that positive hip hop that nobody wanted, that nobody wants to hear, and it doesn't sell. So he was like, take my demo, there's an instrumental, record you something over it. We came together and we came up with this song called Up in the Club. Girl, when I made that song, I got the biggest reaction out of the engineer. The engineer doing my other songs was just straight face, blank face ass. He was like, but when he heard that verse that I kicked on that one, he was like, "Oh, he was up there engineering like this. Now that's the difference." And I was like, "Dang, okay, so that's what I got to do." That's when it showed me the formula to making a song that people like. So I had to learn how to mix the two. So that one was car pulling up. Guess who's stepping now? Here's your girl Cadillac, and I'm grilling brothers down. Hey, take a picture, please, cause I'm flashy as ever in my 5 inch stilettos in my mini skirt. Let it feel like your shadow, cause your man watching me. Homegirl, don't hate, just congratulate. Please, so there's only one bell at the ball. You see that girl is me, so where you stand there on the wall? I'll be up in VIP, see, I'll be juking and popping and doing my dance while the lead. Oh, I keep messing up. See, I'll be juking and popping and doing my dance while the crowd be leaning and rocking and snapping their hand. See the DJ spinning that bracket that keeping us high. Keep on spinning and spinning for the rest of the night. Girl, I really got to practice my verses. And then I had so that one got big, and the next one I made was Neck Bones and Collard Greens. After that, everybody was in love with Cadillac. It was Okay, neck, bones, and collard greens. These are a few of my favorite things. Guess that's why I'm country thick. I guess that's why I'm shaped like this, sitting there. Bones and collard greens. That's a few of my favorite things. Guess that's why I'm country thick. I guess that's why my lips so big. I may not be that model type, but I got everything a man like. Cute lips with a pretty face. Wide heels got bad for days. Got beef? Yeah, great A. So lick your lips when I step out on the stage. All natural, no silicone now. Everything you see is all homegrown now. Nobody want a bone but a dog. All the meat on my bones make it gog. Take a look, but don't get staring. Catch the right hook if you caught by your girlfriend. Guess milk did my body something good. Guys be looking as I'm walking through the hood. Made me think just like I should be. Maybe the and that's what's good. See, neck, bones, and collard greens. These are a few of my favorite things. Guess that's why I'm country thick. I guess that's why my lips so big. And then I came out with that love it or leave it. Either you love it or you leave it. And now to me, it really don't make no difference. But if you gonna stay here, then let's be clear. All them silly lies and games, we ain't having that. Or you gonna pay some bills and you gonna keep a job. And if you gonna be with me, then you come home on time. Not 1 in the morning, not 2 in the morning. I mean, bring your ass home at a reasonable time. Yeah, I'm tired of this brother Bush. And at this point, I really don't care if he leave me, cause I can do bad on by my darn self. To do bad, I don't need nobody else help. You say you're sorry, I should forgive you. But before I do this changes, you must go through. Hey, find employment and keep the job, man. And stop running in the street cause you's a grown man. I already got a child. I don't need two, man. I'm raising my little girl. I can't raise you, man. Say why you intelligent, but act a darn fool. Now I ain't trying to run. You just laying down these rules, and if these rules you who would abide by, it wouldn't be no fuss and fighting, it'd be a smooth ride. See, when I first met you, thought you was heaven sent. Now that I've gotten to know ya, found that you ain't legit. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Ooh, I had that verse. But needless to say, my style changed a little bit, but I still always kept some meaning. But I learned how to make the knowledgeable hip hop and make it fun, right? So in 2009, Queen Latifah said she was looking for a female rapper that was coming here. So I'm like, if she looking for a female, ain't no better female rapper than me. Like, girl, I do the wild crazy hair before Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, any of them were doing the wild crazy hair pieces. That was me all day long. The green hair was already rocking that when people were just wearing streaks in their hair. Nobody was bold enough to walk around with a full-fledged green wig before your girl Cadillac like that. And it's like I had the style, I had the flow, I had the artistry, and then I also had other art forms that I added into it. So I painted this big old mural. I was like, I gotta go all out for her because Queen Latifah really just encouraged. She is really like, I just look up to her. When you're any thing that you're in, it's that one person you look up to. Like you just have to like follow their pattern because they have been so successful and they're so inspirational. So that was Queen Latifah. And I was like, oh, finally, like you looking for a female rapper, like who better than me? And girl, I was cute too back then. So I I said I had to go all out. I painted this big old banner for her of all female rappers. I tried to do all the female rappers of all time that I could ever think of. And I also still made her a hand painted t shirt. And then I made a little Queen Latifah. I think it was just her name, hairpiece in my head. So I show up to the concert and everybody's like, oh, you look so cute. Nice, nice. But the concert's canceled. It was canceled shortly after the tickets went on sale. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I always knew Project Reach the World, if there's not everybody is going to support it, but it's going to be that one type of person that understands justice and understands the system that will support it. And I figured, who better than Queen Latifah, who's already a political artist, and she knows about this. She has to know about this stuff. Like, so it was over. That banner got hung up on my wall or whatever. At a time, I used to wear it as a cape. That's how I ended up being Super Rapping Woman. That was just a nickname because I said I wanted to do this thing where I wear a cape everywhere I go. I didn't care how crazy I looked. At first, it was a little vampire cape. I used to wear that everywhere. And then I was like, why don't I decorate a cape? And that's how I ended up getting into decorating clothes and then started into my hand painted t shirts. It actually derived from that, just trying to make a cape for myself so that people could always recognize who I am. So I wore it as a cape for a while. Anyway, she never came back until I hear about this Mardi Gras. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go see it, Miss Queen Latifah. So I was trying to I wanted to start early, but life has been so like difficult for me to keep up with all the moving parts. My life has always been a lot of moving parts, but it's like usually I can keep up with it. And a lot of the things that it's the mental that makes you keep up with it because it's the mental of once you reach your goal. Once I reach my goal, like if you're at the bottom of a mountain and you have maybe one third of the mountain to go, you want to just hurry up. Let me just get there. I don't care how tired I am. I got to get there. Like, but you know that pinnacle is up ahead if you just keep pressing. So that is what would keep me going. If I could just keep on, I just got to meet this one person, just one more person, and then the story will break, and they'll be that person that has the resources or the platform or the whatever to help me break this story. That's what would keep me moving. But it's like now I'm realizing after meeting so many people and nobody, even though they had the platforms and stuff like that, they never furthered, the story. And I never broke the story, right? So now I no longer have that hope to help me keep running up that mountain. So now I'm tired, I'm bushed, uh, dealing with the disabled worker thing. Like that is hard, and it's hard mentally to accept all that time I went to school and I'm still a restaurant employee. Like every day I beat myself up about that. I haven't reached any of my goals. Like every day, these are things I'm beating myself up about. Almost before I even put my feet on the ground, I'm already, oh, Keita, you're still this failure that's running to a freaking barely pay your bills job. So, because I don't see the fruits of my labor, it's making me more tired and not really wanting to do them. And then between trying to balance the, you know, TikTok, I thought that was going to be the next thing to try to break the story because YouTube is moving too slow. And now I feel like I'm on behind catch up time. Like it's way overdue now. Like, and it's almost to the point where everything that you've done is about to go to waste because it hasn't done anything. And if you don't hurry up, it's gonna all be pointless. So that's what I'm like, kind of some of the thoughts that fuel, now. I do have some conflicting thoughts, but so trying to juggle that, trying to juggle the depression from still being stuck and not moving forward, juggling being a grandmother, juggling no longer the single mother. So that's I'm still a single mother, but my daughter can take care of herself now. But she still needs a lot of help with some things. And I want to be a present grandmother, and then I'm caregiver to my sister. So I have a lot of things on my plate that I'm trying to just keep juggling. And So that's what would basically push me further. But now when I get off of work, sometimes I can't even stay up. I usually stay up and work on my content, work on my stuff, my project Reach the World. And I come home and I'm so exhausted. Or my hands are so tight from working that I can't really use them to draw and paint and stuff. So I did start the painting at least a few days before, which was good because I wouldn't have gotten it done. Y'all did a couple of paint with me where I talked with y'all, I talked y'all ear off. I'm so sorry, girl, but thanks for being that lean and shoulder. Girl, I needed that. I ain't got nobody, girl. I ain't got nobody like that. I ain't got nobody to turn to. Like, who can I run to? I ain't got nobody to run to. To share this empty space with laughter. Girl, who can I run to? I ain't got nobody to run to. But yeah, I taught y'all a little ear off in that video, and then I did a couple of more. So y'all seen me paint the full Queen Latifah picture. But what ended up happening was I had to make the hairpiece because that's what makes me stand out in the crowd, right? Because you're not gonna look at a crowd of people and pinpoint one person. So I have to stand out, right? So Saturday, I did have to work. It had got down to the wire by the time I finished the painting, and I did have to close. That day, it was crazy. I was like the only one there. It was so busy. Our theme park had some mini golf thing, and it was just so busy. And my hands felt like they were finna go to bed. Y'all know I told y'all about the issues I have with being a cashier and my carpal tunnel. So because, many times I'm stuck in that position no matter how I try to run away from it. It's like the devil's trying to tie a cash register to me and take the rest of my hands, which are my gift, to take the rest of the ability in my hands away so that I can no longer pursue my gift and pursue Project Reach the World and stuff like that. So I believe he's attacking my hands through this job. So I started trying to learn how to be left-handed. I'm like, they're not going to stop putting me here all the time. So let's see what can I do to try to tolerate being here. So I that whole day just said F it, I'm not going to fight it, and I used my left hand that whole day. I was slow, but I was able to actually do the register with my left hand. But for some weird reason, which makes no sense, my right hand kept hurting. I'm like, I'm not even using my right hand. Why is it numb and sore? So I don't know what that was about. But I got through that night and I went home, and I was supposed to finish the painting that night. That way, Saturday, all I would have to do is completely just work on the hairpiece. Just work on the hairpiece, girl. Focus, because y'all know it's hard to focus, right? I get home, I'm so tired, I'm beat up, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. So I said, but I'm gonna get up early. Girl, I never get up early like I plan to. So I got up, y'all shopped with me to go buy things for my hairpiece, right? Once I got home, I went on and finished up some on my painting. The painting was far enough along to where I could probably rush and finish that if I started running out of time, but it was time to start working on that hairpiece. So I went and got the stuff, and I started before work, but by the time I went shopping and ended up, I ran into somebody I know. That conversation went on, so it kind of took the last few minutes I had, and I went to work that day. So that day, it was 4 people to close. So I'm already like, either when it's 4 people to close, usually someone ends up missing. They done sent them home. So I'm trying to drop little nuggets like, hey, you want somebody to go home? I'll go home. Like, for real. So I kept asking, like, so all 4 are gonna close tonight? Because somebody will be gone. They'll send everybody home, and I'll be the last one just sitting there. So I'm trying to let them know, if you are gonna send somebody, I want to go. So they didn't send nobody home, but end up they did send one to go help somewhere else, and then there's one that's kind of new, and there's one that just moves slow. So I'm like, with these 3, maybe we can hurry and get out of here early And somehow, even with extra help, got out of there at the same time. Like, it didn't make no sense. I was trying to get home earlier so that I could completely just stay up, work on my hairpiece. So I get home. By the time I got home, I want to say it was 11ish. So I'm counting in my mind 11ish. I can start as long as I tie up doing working on the hairpiece by like 3, I could still go to sleep. Plan was to get up early because the concert was the next day now because that was Saturday night. So 3:30 in the morning comes and I'm like halfway not even done with the hairpiece. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? So I kept doing it until 4. I said, now after 4, it's gonna be too late, and I'm not gonna be able to finish. I'm not gonna want to get up in the morning, right? And then I have the where I could end up oversleeping. So I said, okay, so this what we'll do. We went on to sleep at 4, and I was like, I got to get up no matter what. I set a million and one alarms for like 8 o'clock. So that would have been 4 hours of sleep, right? Not knowing it is daylight savings where I'm going to lose an hour. I did not even know that. But anyway, when my alarm went off at 8, I literally, all them alarms, snooze, 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 snooze. I could not move. I was so exhausted. So I think I finally got up at, my clock said 10 something. It was 10 something on the dot. And I was like, I better get up before I sleep any later. And when I went in the rooms, that's when I seen that it was 9 a.m. and not really 10. I mean, well, the clocks had said 9, but it was really 10, right? Because the time had changed. I'm like, oh man. So I lost an hour. That's why I was so tired because I didn't get as much sleep as I thought I had got. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to go on and finish. So I prayed. I asked God to keep my mind focused. I prayed for focus to not get distracted by outside sources of people distracting me or even my mind just distracted me and moving all over the place. I got to focus on this hairpiece. So I was doing pretty good. I listened to Miss Katroya J. Yes, I love her, girl. She talk about the little narcissistic energies in her life and stuff, girl. And she would get you through. So I listened to a couple of her lives while I was working on my hairpiece, which her lives are long. So if I listened to a couple of them, that was pretty much all day I was there sitting. I was trying to also record doing the hairpiece with y'all. So that took a little bit more time too, trying to complete the steps, upload the content, and then you can't record no more because your tablet is full, but you don't want to continue on the piece because then you're gonna miss the steps you wanted to record. So it was that. So finally, around 3 o'clock, 3ish, or maybe end of 2, it was around 3 o'clock, I was done with the hairpiece because it got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to be able to make the base of the hairpiece, so I'm just going to slap this hair sculpture that I made of Queen Latifah on one of my older hair pieces. So we just going to combine it to something I already got because at this point I'm going to be out of time. So I did that, ran and got ready. I had let my sister, when I woke up that morning, get ready and stuff. Y'all know I'm caregiver to her, so I'm just mentioning that in case you don't know that, because then you'll be like, well, what you need to help your sister get ready for, girl? So she's already ready. I get ready. And then I painted the last little bit, that last little video of painting all the paint in, because I knew I wasn't going to finish the picture before having to go out to the concert. But I didn't want to just stay at the house waiting to finish it where the concert area is filling up, and then I'll be in the back and then it'll all be purposeless because I'll be too far back for her to see me, right? So I'm like, we better tie this up here. And I think it was going on the 4 o'clock hour. So I'm like, Kristen, let's go ahead. And she went to use the bathroom before we got ready to leave. And all I hear is a boom. Like, what the heck was that? What the jail was that? And she had a seizure in the bathroom. She's ripped. Like, if you've ever been around somebody that has seizures, that's epileptic, they are so strong. It's like superhuman strength. And is so she ripped the toilet seat off the toilet. And I thank God so much. That's not the usual bathroom she uses, but she was using it like literally it's the split second. We were about to run out the door, so I'm waiting on her to go into the bathroom, come out, and I just hear this, this loud noise, which was her ripping off the toilet seat. And I see her falling back, about to fall back into the shower. Now, our shower has sliding glass doors, but that's not the shower that she uses. Hers is specially made for her accommodations. My dad is a construction worker that tried to cater how he built the shower to her, right? So no glass doors in hers. Nothing that fills up, that can fill up while she's there. So we had an issue with that. So I'm like thanking God that the seizure passed, and I'm trying to hold her because I don't want her to hurt herself. But then I'm just thanking God that the shower door was left open, because if the shower door was closed, she would have bust into that glass. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we have to sit down for a little bit, and I'm like, Kristen, do you want to go? Like, we can just totally just return your ticket, and I guess we just won't go. And she's like, no, I want to go. I want to go. So I let her sit down for a minute, hopefully let her calm herself. Um, and we went on after a little while. So that made us a little bit behind our schedule. So I'm praying, I'm like, Lord, please just pave the way, because now I desperately have to make sure that they have wheelchairs. Because at the theme parks, when it gets crowded, sometimes their wheelchairs um, sell out. So thank God we got to the place, we got to Universal, we got the wheelchair. They had wheelchairs. We was able to. She wanted a snack, so we went and got churros, and then that's when we went out to the field. I did not know, now they make a queue line for the field to get front row. So we got there, and I went and asked the guy, I'm like, what is this? And he's like, it's a queue line for front row. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, so what time does this open? He's like 5:30, and it's literally 5:27. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's about to open. So I'm like, am I gonna have time to get her churro and then, get over there to get in the line, right? To get our spot. So I asked the girl, I'm in the churro line. It's moving fast. So the man's like, you could do it, you could do it. You could get the churro and get back, because I didn't want the line to move, with me out there. So then I'm like, are the churros fresh? Girl's like, yeah, they just came out. Lies she told. So I give my sister her churros, and as soon as I get there, it's time to move on in. We got our little spot. We got a nice little spot off to the side of the stage, and it was really nice. I'm actually gonna have to stop here because I see the sun setting, and if I don't go head on, the kids are not gonna get to go to their the park. So I'll continue this story. It's my fault. It's my bad because I rambled on. All right, but y'all know who I'm is, girl. All right, here's your girl Cadillac.